No, monsieur. Your brutal methods will not restore peace in the kingdom.
Rest assured, the king has spoken of sending Monsieur de Duras to the Duke de la Force.
I assure you he will not obtain the Duke's convert.
The king's rising from bed ceremony ended with his ablutions. Before the eyes of the courtiers admitted among the first entrants, the barber groomed His Majesty before putting on his shawl. Then room was made for the king to proceed to the salon for the robing ceremony. Authorized courtiers joined the company while His Majesty partook of a light collation. Each hoped for a glance from the king, inquired after his health, and listened to or spread the rumors of the day. The king, exposed to the public, performed his usual role. He was shaved, washed, and then dressed. Once dressed, the king returned to his bedchamber for a brief morning prayer. Once he had said his prayers, the king, followed by his ministers, went to the council chamber where matters concerning the kingdom were discussed.
I assure you, my lord, that in a few days Lebrun is to present a crucified Christ of his own composition to the king.
But didn't his rival Mignard do a painting with the same theme very recently?
Yes, indeed, my lord, he did. The rivalry between the two painters borders on the ridiculous. All for art's sake, of course. But never mind these artist quarrels. We rarely see you in court, my lord. Are you finding it tiring of Chantilly?
Alas, I am come again to plead the cause of the Prince of Conti and his brother. I fear lest His Majesty hold them in disgrace on their return from Hungary. I have come to seek his clemency.
Ah, good timing, Lalande. I want you to go right away and inform Madame de Maintenon that His Majesty shall visit her this afternoon to work. I shall listen to your questions in good time. For the moment, go and inform Madame de Maintenon that the king shall work in her apartment this afternoon.
What business have you with Madame de Maintenon? In God's name, were you a cardinal, you should not pass through this door without giving me your reasons. The Marquise is indisposed and does not wish to be disturbed. What do you want now? Her ladyship does not wish to be disturbed on any account. What do you want now? Yes, that's possible. More and more of these are being found. See, I myself found one this morning that libels His Majesty and his family in the most outrageous manner.
Well, Lalonde, have you found any new clues? I must have tangible clues, Lalonde, not commentaries. God's truth, more lampoons. Do you realize, Lalonde, that the authors of these pamphlets should be condemned to exile or locked away in the Bastille? But now nothing seems to be able to stop them. Nevertheless, we shall see who has the last word in this. I'm counting on you, Lalonde. Oh, I see you're making progress. Very good. Our man obviously likes games. See, I found another clue. Here on the dressing table. Continue your investigations, Lalonde, with all possible haste. You are on the right track. But he is still playing with us.
The king is in council. None may pass this door. I do not know, but it may last longer than usual, for Monsieur de Louvois arrived with large portfolios. If they contained plans, then they must be discussing the fortresses of Monsieur Vauban. I have already informed you that the king is holding council and that none may enter his cabinet.
Do you know, Your Eminence, who is this strangely dressed man who speaks with the Princess of Conti?
I know not, madam, but I have been informed that a certain Marquis de Scaparella is visiting the court and has requested an audience with the king. Might it not be he?
Impossible. For I knew a Scaparella in days gone by, an ageless fellow yet close to the grave. Unless he found a fountain of youth. How strange.
You intrigue me, madam. Who can it be?
I should very much like to know, for his presence troubles me like a bad omen.
You surprise me, my lady. I thought that the king no longer looked with favor on operas. I even heard it said where I come from that he was bored by the presentation of Roland.
Oh, it is not the king's doing, monsieur. You show your ignorance of the court. His Majesty still relishes the music of Lully, but he is influenced by Madame de Maintenon, who considers operas to be immoral and worldly.
Is it possible that the incomparable Monsieur Lully has fallen from favor?
'Tis rumored so, but I have heard that he's working on a new piece written by Monsieur Racine called The Idyll of Peace.
It is surprising to find these two artists working together.
Nay, verily. 'Tis an order from the Marquis de Seignelay, and shall be played at Sceaux next month. No doubt you were unable to attend the presentation of Amadix.
Alas, I was not so fortunate. I heard that Lully was at the height of his art.
An admirable piece. Did you know that it was written a full 2 years ago?
And why the delay?
The Queen died shortly before its presentation date. The King cancelled the performance because the court was in mourning.
Halt, lad! What's in that box you guard so preciously? What insolence! What is your name, pup? Very well, you shall be hearing from me. Consider yourself lucky that I don't administer a correction on the spot. Very well, I'm waiting. Reassure Lebrun. This box contains his work, but someone has placed a mignard on the top of the pile. I shall remove it. Its presence could cause quite an uproar. That I do not know. But apparently there's someone who seeks to inflame the eternal quarrels between these two painters. Merely artistic jealousy, I presume. For my part, I'm pleased to have commissioned some work from Mignard, though I have no less admiration for Lebrun's work in the Hall of Mirrors.
Any news of my sketches, sir? Ah, so this is what feeds the rumors. But I am above such calumny. I am judged by my work, and not by gross lies. The king still believes in me. Yes, these are indeed my sketches. Ah, you've saved me. I shall remember you for it. This is not my work. It is a palpable imitation. Observe these strokes. They are exaggerated. The lines are too heavy. Keep it. I have no use for it. Enough, sir. Now I must go to work.
Here you are, Lalonde. Explain this mystery to me. His Highness, the Dauphin, came to see me speaking of a certain Mascarille, who is totally unknown to me, and that's saying something, and whose impertinence is limitless. But His Highness's description fits you perfectly. I don't want to hear another word from you, Lalonde. I shall tolerate no further misconduct on your part. Is that clear? That's enough of that. Now, show me what you have found. Strange indeed. What can these words mean? The plot thickens. Congratulations, Lalonde. You have been diligent. But the council has now ended and Mass is about to begin. I must leave you.